My name is Rhapsody, welcome back to the Dalaran Heist, the solo adventures here in Hearthstone. Alright, well, apparently we have to complete the wing on normal before we can do it in heroic, so let's do that. Chapter unlocked. Chapter 3, the streets of Dalaran. Excellent, let's go for it.
I promised Rafam that we will win over the merchant district by any means.
Alright, and if we went for anomaly, it would be refreshing at the end of each turn, at the end of each player's turn, that player draws until they have 5 cards. That provides a fairly large amount of draw power, but only if you can really exit, like, mill out your hand quite quickly. Alright, I'll do it. Okay, so I haven't played Hunter in non-heroic.
Darkness I weave.
It's probably correct just to go for Kriziki right here. Lazul promised the shadowy Arakoa that she would fly. There's also Twist the Carts. Both players can only have 4 minions. Okay, so, well, that makes it a little bit of a problem for us. Restore Health, 50, and Cast Spells, 50. Okay, so Restore Health is swap a minion's attack and health. Okay. Flip Priest, fair enough. And then Soothe. Okay, so Reduction Priest, neat. Cool, those can both be pretty interesting mechanics to play with as our hero power, but unfortunately we don't really get much of a choice here. Disciplined gives us Divine Spirit, Inner Fire, extra arms, extra... Damn. If only I was willing to wait a little bit longer, that extra arms buff would be through.
Cut her down to size.
Damn. The extra arms buff is that extra arms is going from 3 mana to 2 mana. It makes sense that change is happening now. Because if it happened while Radiant Elemental was still in Standard in Priest, that would be terrifying.
Here for a cut.
Absolutely mortifying. Alright, we'll open with the Nausea. Although we probably don't really want to draw at all, right? We're actually in danger of decking out in these early fights.
It suits you.
The streets are narrow, but skulking in dark alleys is our specialty.
Squashling, extra arms. Okay, extra arms would be a great buff to give that minion. I may choose...
Your talents were wasted in the Cabal.
Yeah.
With us, I promise you will fly again. I suppose.
Had to go for the self buff there. Alright, extra arms on you.
Want more wings?
Now you're a 4/4, so... should be able to deliver lethal next turn. Or not, that's fine. Possibly not. Enemy will start decking out soon, though. Alright, I've got to remember there is a light spawn in this deck, so I have another way, other than Inner Fire, to benefit from very high HP.
Something a little old school.
Let's go.
Alright. Alright, I need to be casting as many spells as possible, and I need to be healing as much HP as possible to unlock the hero powers. But it's also worth noting that this is in non-heroic. Wisdom Ball, as if. This is in non-heroic. The reason I make that point is because as soon as I finish this wing in non-heroic, I'm just going to play it in heroic. Because that's more fun. Elixir of Vile seems like the best one here. Wondrous Wisdom Ball has dicked me over one too many times for me to take it. And 3 boom bots. There's only 4 minions I can even have on the field. That's super expensive. Elixir of Vile is going to be putting me in a position where I can double extra arms a target. I lose 6 HP, sure, but that target has +4/+4. Pretty damn good. I'd really like spells here, actually. So the benefit of Waken the Makers, is Amara the Warden of Hope, a 5 mana 8/8 with taunt that doesn't heal you, but it sets the hero's health to 40. My understanding is that by the time we get to the final fight, we will have more than that. From the Graves is actually a little bit interesting here. Specifically that it has Lyra's Sunshard, because with Lyra and the Elixir of Vile, I can just go off as long as I want. Also worth noting is Archthief Reform can give us spells. And one of those spells is just 10 mana. Well, one of those spells is 10 mana, fill your board with 3/3s. Another one, we'll probably never use that here, right? Another one is deal 20 damage? 10? 15? Something, split among all enemies. I can't remember Reform's actual results. But there's also another one that's just a giant buff on a creature, so we would be able to take that and then just pump those out. So it's effectively... Is Onyx Bishop Unsleeping Soul better than Lotheb and Harrison Jones? I don't really want to go into Death Rattle. The only one that I don't want is Afterlife over there on the left right now. Bringing a minion back doesn't mean anything to me right now with the Onyx Bishop. And Unsleeping Soul, I mean, silencing a minion? I have no minions I want to silence in this entire deck yet. Alright, we'll take Legends, literally just so that we get Archthief Reform, as well as some late game on the other ones. And we're back. I have no clue what happened, but as soon as I tried to launch this fight, the game crashed. It was not good. Summoned a 2/2 Kind Waitress. Fine. Alright, so I just shouldn't click while this is all loading, because apparently it is built with extremely thin wires. Oh gosh. Oh, thank you for saying it out loud. I appreciate that. Lightspawn, Divine Justice, Divine Spirit is pretty good.
Find another tavern.
If you're here for scheming and fighting, find another tavern. Tavern. Not sure I can do that one. In fact, certain I can't, rather. Woo! It's gonna be a big Lightspawn. Damn it. Well, the enemy is just going to keep playing taunt minions. Like, if that is thematically what their deck is, we can beat it. Bit of a sticky sitch.
Ready for action.
The question now is, do I buff my Squashling, or do I just wait until I have my Lightspawn on the field? If the enemy has single target removal, which I suspect they don't... If they have strong single target removal, then this is incorrect. Alright, we should be fine. So that was from I Know a Guy, so the enemy doesn't necessarily have any other taunts in hand.
More arms. Want more wings.
Give them all those arms. There we go.
You on the list?
Boom! Win. I'll just collect my W. Also, I do have to remember about healing, right? So, let's heal ourselves. Holy Nova to heal ourselves. Inner Fire a target. And then kill. I mean, I guess I may as well do it just in case there is something that I need to dip back into non-heroic mode for at any point. It's not like it costs me that much to do. Extra arms, okay, another great minion there. Spawn of N'Zoth and Bone Mare are both buffs, but not in the way that I really want them. Eternal Servitude, Shadow Essence, well, both of those will be pretty easily castable. Eternal Servitude now has bigger minions that it can return, just because we have more late game, and Obsidian Statue is also in the deck. But Shadow Essence is just, if I have it, summon a 5/5 is 6 HP. I mean, that 5/5 can have a good effect as well. Like, we have a couple of Death Rattles here. We've got the Shifting Shade. Full stop. Shadow Vision's... you know. It might be just Strength Within. The problem with Strength Within is Bone Mare is the second best, Extra Arms is the best, and Spawn of N'Zoth is garbage here. Whereas all of these cards are good, they're just not thematically appropriate for the deck at the moment. Take the good cards. I think you have to take the good cards.
The townspeople ignored me when I read their fortunes. Doom, doom, doom. I wasn't wrong.
Wasn't I supposed to get a bartender there? Damn it.
You would twist healing magic in your favor? Ha!
The false priest. No darkness twists within you.
Okay. Awful. While I do want spells, I don't want only spells. Alright. Minion? That'll do. All healing is doubled. Ooh, lovely.
Let me show you the other side.
Okay. I can amalgam Holy Nova right now. I think I'm just gonna drop the amalgam without the Holy Nova.
It's worse than I thought.
I guess it's a demon. It's also an elemental, a mecha, a murloc, a dragon, a beast, a pirate, and a totem, but I guess. You know what? No, I don't think that's ever getting more than 2 minions.
Let me show you the other side.
No? Okay, I was so suspicious of that one. My hero hasn't taken enough damage for Zombie Chow to be important here. I'm actually considering maybe I like hyper buff the Nightmare Amalgam here. Only if I had Divine Spirit do I care about hyper buffing the Lightspawn over the Amalgam. Is that the case? That is the case.
Darkness folds and writhes.
Okay. So this is going to cost me a lot of HP to do. And then I kill this minion, and I restore 10, because all healing is doubled.
Listen up, you bad guy. You're a bad guy.
How many times do we have to be through this? Just because I'm a bad guy doesn't mean I'm a bad guy. 18, 13's on the board. Can increase it by 1. Alright, so I'll probably just go for clears then. Lotheb seems like a really good safe play here. I don't think I can pass up 7 damage on the face, even if my enemy gets a favorable trade here, because then what do? Kill them. I don't know, just seems worth to me. Okay. 1 heal. 2 heal. Hey. Hang on. Buff my minion. Then, no, I can't heal the enemy. All healing is doubled. I almost did that. Ooh. Almost did that. There was better ordering there, I suspect. Alright, choose a treasure. Gnomish Army Knife. I mean, all of these are spells, so they're all castable for HP. Drawing extra cards? Do I need that right now? Not really. Especially because if this ever draws more than 5 cards, we're just going to overdraw. And I would want it to. Right? But it can only summon 4 boombots, and it can only draw me a maximum of 5 cards. Yeah, it's not looking that good. Especially because I never have draw problems with this deck. Specifically because of the anomaly. Untold Splendor. Shuffle 5 random treasures into your deck. We do draw into them pretty quickly. That is one thing we can say. We do draw into them pretty quickly. Give a minion charge, Wind Fury, Divine Shield, Lifesteal, Poisonous, Stealth, and Taunt. That just seems way too effective to pass up. That's a shame. Yikes. Xerix, Cloning Garrily, a 1/1 copy of each minion in your deck. There's 2. Yeah, there's 2 that I want to hit with that. Lesser Diamond Spellstone, again, like 1, 2, 3, 4 that I might want to hit with that out of all of the minions in our deck. Eternal Servitude, similarly. Waken the Makers, summon Death Rattle minions. We're not going to be doing that often, but I do want that Obsidian Statue. Curatives. Okay, so these are heals. Quartz Elemental can't attack whilst damaged. We don't have the ability to heal it out of nowhere as effectively as we might like. to use that. I wonder if the enemy would play around it by attacking it just once, though. Othering Farseer is good. Gives it a early drop minion. Also, Xerix would only be able to give me 4 minions total. And Lesser Diamond Spellstone would only be able to give me 4 minions if my board was completely clear. The carts makes this just awful. It might be curative, sir. Gives us a couple more 5-drops. We have 2 5-drops at the moment. Alright. Fine.
The inn is open. Perhaps we can recruit more henchmen.
Honestly, I am pretty desperate to burn some of the bad cards out of this deck. Modify your adventure deck. This run out or remove minions on the fly. Alright. Keep.
I always love meeting a new customer. Come on in.
Right hand man. Choose a friendly minion that always starts in your opening hand. Well, Omega Medic, if you have 10 mana crystals, restore 10 health to your hero. It's like, eh. It's 3 mana, 3/4 though. That's not awful. Summon a Death Rattle minion from your hand. We only have the 1 Obsidian statue at the moment because we didn't take the second one. Mukla Tyrant of the Veil. I mean, at the very least, we can play the bananas for free. So it's a 6 mana, 7/7 beast that also reduces 2 HP. Fugin doesn't really matter. You're all fired. I don't want to remove them though. I do need actual minions. Increase your starting health by 5. Add all enemy minions to your adventure deck. They gain +1/+1 this run. That does just give us some fine minions. Right, man, choose a friendly minion that always starts in choose a friendly minion. It costs +4/+4. Sorry, it gets +4/+4, but costs 2 more for the run. So a 5 mana 7/8. It's like, okay. It's probably gonna be good food round of drinks.
The atmosphere. That's a lot of food. You must be hungry. Yeah. Order up.
So I am diluting the hell out of my deck, but one of the big problems with our deck is that if we don't have a minion on the field, what do we do with our buffs?
You have fun with all that mayhem and chaos you're causing.
What do we do with them? Where do they go? I also suspect we haven't really gotten particularly good options yet.
Kriziki versus Sirius.
Mm-hmm.
Must fly again.
Probably should have checked what Xurios was, but I'm almost certain it's if you draw a spell, it costs 0. Or rather, spells... drawn spells cost 0 on the turn they're drawn. Or spells cost 0 on the turn they're drawn. There we go. I mean, North Shore is just something to put out on turn 1. Alright. I didn't draw anything that was important to make me want to play the Gnomish Army Knife yet. Would have to be minions buffs.
Was that what you intended?
It was. Ooh, a Shadow Essence for free. Charge, Wind Fury, Divine Shield. Okay.
Right away.
Oh, and Lifesteal. I'm gonna just pop out this squash thing and heal myself with it. Just get another minion out there. Also, I get to draw extra cards because I played out that minion, right? So I shouldn't be holding it just for value later, especially. That's 8 mana you just saved there. Thankfully, that card is garbage even at 8 mana, so it might be garbage at 0. Doesn't seem that unlikely. Alright, cool. I'm gonna assume that is Ice Block. Okay, so if we assume it's ice block, what do we do best? Well,
Right away.
you can have 6, and then I'll try and split it. Oh, never mind. Not an ice block. So we're already halfway through. Mate. Again, we're getting very, very large minions, not much else. Priest of the Feast is pretty good. Whenever you cast a spell, heal 3 HP to your hero, so... That and the Questing Adventurer are pretty good. And Test Subject. Yeah, we'll take Miracles. Miracles is a really good pack there. Gives us another
the
target to cast.
locksmith. He keeps magic on the lock and key. Cast carefully.
Spells overload for their mana costs.
Kriziki versus Zib.
But our spells technically don't cost mana. They cost health. Ooh. I think we keep the spell. Health instead of mana. And it does say overload for their cost. Alright, never mind. Yeah. That's definitely not going to work the way that I'd hoped it would.
Unlock doors of considerable wealth for some bad folks too.
I may just be able to beat him on board with these 3 minions. If I do want to overload, I do all of my overload on a single turn, so I pass the next turn, but I've gotten all of the effect that I could possibly get. That's a problem. At the start of your turn, set this minion's attack to 4. I want it to die right now. Alright. We're doing this. Wait a second. Do I just have lethal? Wait a second. Okay, so 5. 5 goes to 9. 9 goes to 18. Attack twice with 18 on charge. 36. 39. Holy Nova for the win. We have lethal. What the hell?
Now think of it like this. I'm just keeping them safe. I'll unlock those crystals for you for just 7 easy payments at 99 gold. You're not gonna need that mana anyway.
Yeah! Holy hell! Alright, well now I understand what this deck does. Now I know. It's good to know. At the start of the game, no. Your leftmost card in hand costs 2 less. That's going to help us play all of those minions out a lot more quickly. Sure. Emerald Goggles is great. So Emerald Goggles is like mana cheat, and then a refreshing is draw. So we've paired both of them. It's perfect. It's exactly the kind of thing that I look for. But you can't though. These are garbage. I guess this is the best. Zerek's Cloning Gallery is awful. Violet Teacher is actually kind of awful as well. Zombie Chow is just a good minion. Oh wow, is it actually down to just getting a Zombie Chow? It can't be. There has to be something better. Another Lotheb, another Harrison Jones. I mean, the second Harrison Jones pretty much just means that we lock down. And Lotheb does that for spell decks as well. But it means we lock down basically anyone who is entirely focused around their weapon. Pretty effectively. Yeah, I'm kind of into it. All right, Bob. Let's see how this one goes. Ooh, lights.
Welcome to my tavern, friends. Enjoy your stay.
Discover a legendary minion, add it to your deck. Our deck is definitely not unique, so we can't take Reno Jackson. Pretty Priest of the Feast is pretty good, though. Remove all friendly minions. Omega Medic's pretty bad. Quartz Elemental's not that great either.
I can always enjoy a quiet night.
I don't want to get rid of all friendly ones, though. Choose a friendly minion. It costs... gains +4/+4, but costs 2 more for the run. I mean, that's fine to go on an Omega Medic. The Omega Medic just becomes a 5 mana 8/9? A 5 mana 8/9 is not bad. Also, I typically do want to save and play the Omega Medic later, because I want to get the effect out of it. But also, healing's 10 health to her isn't that big. Round of drinks? No, I definitely don't want all of them. You know what? I think it's time to brood. Refill the tavern.
Rough day.
See what else we have. I'd like to see if I do want to actually do a round of drinks, especially considering the thicker my deck is, the better our defense against decking out, at least. Leroy almost charged. Okay, so Herald Village, summon a 1/1 copy of your other minions. It's fine. Ish. Depends what we have on board. Quelp is awful. Leroy's pretty bad. Blood Mage is fine. We don't really do spell damage. We just have the Holy Nova for that. Alright, so I suspect I don't do that. Yeah, I'm not going to add all enemy minions. And you know what? All of these are really expensive. Yeah, I'm getting rid of my own. I lose the elemental, but that's the obsidian statue, but that's basically the only one that I cared about there. Recruit a veteran.
They're a regular.
I could have Cho, because Cho is just a minion that I can put onto my field. I can fill my opponent's hand with spells, whatever. They can't cast them yet. And then if they do, I get them back. But also, I can put Cho as like a denial of my opponent's spells. Just put it on the field like, okay, cast a spell, I dare you. Give it to me, and then I'll cast it for free. Katrina Muerte is... fine for us. The other thing that we're looking at, obviously, is Velen. Yeah, if I got Mind Blasts, I would take them. I actually don't think I round of drinks. I also don't even think I Tall Tale here.
Safe travels.
Hey, Rhapsody, can I watch? Sure. Will come out tonight anyhow, though. And then... nah, there we go. Sweet. Chasm Steelskin. You can't damage yourself. You? I mean, it is their hero power, and it does say you can't damage yourself. So should be fine. Beer eating henchman.
Kriziki versus Kazamon.
Must fly again.
I'll take care of this one.
Pretty garbage opening draw. Well, that looks a lot better. Oh, hell yeah. All right, as soon as we got that questing on the board, I think we just go for lethal. My gosh. Still nothing doing here.
Flesh fails. Try crystal.
No pain, still gain.
Ooh, hell yeah.
Behind your arm. I am my armor.
I didn't know the enemy was actually going to be kind of like swarming the field in a zoo-type fashion, but that does make sense, right? You can't damage yourself. What minions damage you more than Warlock early minions like zoo minions?
Give me a quest.
That's gotta stay. Stop hitting yourself.
Don't really want to hit myself.
Feel yourself.
I can't just leave that there and wait for it to build up into lethal. I think I have to control the board.
Quest accepted.
I mean, my minion also has lifesteal, so that is one thing I really do like about the Gnomish Army Knife, right? You can play it out, but it'll still just be lifesteal. You can play all of it out. You can play all of it out really easily and then just heal back up. Thank you, Gnomish. It was already a demon! Oh, Portal Overfiend. I mean, I wouldn't put it in the deck, but the fact it's here isn't a problem.
My eyes are open.
Quest accepted. Quest accepted.
Just double to the face right there, if I don't mind. I could have considered playing Divine Spirit that turn, literally just to get it out of my hand. Because then I would have drawn another card. Possibly an effective one. Right. It's really good to see that the enemy doesn't just have, like, direct removal here, because I would have been pretty sad about that, to be entirely honest.
Quest accepted.
Fine. I'll double your HP literally just to get another minion in hands. Not minion, but hopefully spell. Okay, so they do have hard removal, but thankfully I pumped in as much damage as I possibly could before that became impactful. Archthief Reform can give us a spell to cast on the test subject, so we want the test subject out on turn 8. I mean, like, I could play... I'll just play Velen. There's no problem with that.
It is incredibly difficult to save.
Thank you. I was worried about that the entire time. How do you get around those tusks, my dude? Right. Can't damage yourself, but you can still target yourself. Okay, so you're not immune. I mean, I did already know that. That's not gonna do it, friends. Nice try. Okay, cast a spell and heal up if I can.
Give me a quest.
Beautiful. Goodbye, Casimir. So I'm pretty sure that's our fifth fight, right? So we get another active deck treasure? No. Maybe up the next one. Resurrect is garbage. Eternal Servitude is kind of garbage. I mean, the legends here, Brand doesn't really matter. Ragnarok doesn't really matter, but Lyra does. We'll take Lyra. Gotta focus on recording. Sorry. All right. So Nazari heals? I don't think I've battled Nazari previously.
Kriziki versus Nozari.
Okay, so it seems to be armor related, and it's on auto cast.
Protect Dalaran.
So it's gonna be a paladin dragon, I have to imagine. Well, Gnomish Army Knife is incredible. You never mulligan that, right? But no, Northshire is literally just like a minion to drop on turn 1. It's pretty good. Also, I don't want like an incredibly expensive card being the leftmost card in my hand, which, oh well. We're gonna end up with that as a result of Archthief Reform. However, Archthief Reform is gonna be castable on turn 7. That's not that bad.
Is someone injured?
Yeah, I'm not gonna Gnomish Army Knife here. Not yet. Ooh, maybe I wait for Lyra. 2 damage to a random enemy is Sand Breath. Interesting. Alright, I'll actually start drawing a larger hand. And I'll wait until Lyra. Because I suspect, especially with the fact that we will have the lifesteal on Gnomish, we will be able to cast as many spells as we need from Lyra to get lethal. Alright.
Right away.
This helps me develop another minion, but that's about it. 2 damage for a random enemy, sure. Sure again. This is probably going to trade across, right? Yeah. Ooh, test subject. Yes.
Give me a quest.
Because I can just give it the buffs and it doesn't matter, right? But he can't do anything with them. I suspect I just did something really dumb. Yeah, it has no attack damage, so it can't do anything, and I was thinking Divine Spirit was a damage buff that I had instead, but it's not. So do I just let these cards... Well, I mean, one of these cards will die, and it's possible not both of them, although not entirely likely. Ooh, got my face, okay.
Face the airs of
I get to keep one of the minions! Lethal! Lethal! Away! And away we go. Do I even put them on the... No, I'm not gonna put them on the test subject. Screw that. No psychic stream for me, thank you. Alright, Sonic Chrome, see what we get. Spirit Lash. And I also got Timeout. Your hero is immune until your next turn. Sure! Oh my god! I'm immune! Cast every spell. Let's go. Discover a minion in your opponent's deck. Sure. Give me. I'll take the cheap ones so they can try and get it out of my hand. And then I need to play the ones that I care about the least, right? So Xerix. I'll Mind Vision as well. Flash Heal. I will Flash Heal myself. I want to save the Unifier because I might get another HP buff. +2 Divine Shield, sure. Choose an enemy minion at the start of your turn, gain control of it. Alright. Damn it. It's time to drop that Spirit Lash now. Entomb. Fine, just so that I can continue the cycle, though. This turn, your healing effects deal damage instead. Okay, so, we can cast that, but only because we're immune. Otherwise, the lifesteal would kill us. Throw Silence out there as well. Ooh, extra arms is great here. Unfortunately, I don't get more arms afterwards as well. Alright, let's get that out of the hand then. Shadow Word Horror. Don't need to do that right now. Okay, another Elixir. Xerix does nothing, but alright. I'm gonna Shadow Word Horror to remove 2 of my minions. Ooh, my spells deal damage instead. Oh, but I can only do it to a friendly character. Let's kill Harrison. Screw you, Harrison. Get out of the deck. Ooh. Extra arms. Only get to play that, though, because Lyra gives me a different... Ooh, Velens. Great pickup there. And now we're officially done. Like, that's all we can do this turn. We can only do 40 damage on turn 5. Oh well. Oh. It's only fun when I do it. Alright, fine.
Face the airs of magic.
We'll just summon some garbage there. Sure. Don't you dare suddenly wombo combo me. I will be furious. Oh, I'll be so mad. Give me that minion. Give me that minion. Give me that minion. Mm-hmm.
Protect the flight.
Well, somehow I feel like we're probably going to unlock one of the hero powers. Actually, both of them, right? We've restored definitely more than 50 HP with that. And... Ooh. Chill block? Cool. We've restored definitely more than 50 HP with that. And I don't know if we've yet cast more than 50 spells, but God, we can't be that far. Let's cast a couple more, just in case.
Face the airs of magic.
Illuminating! Oh! This deck is wild as hell. Evil Propaganda. Castable for free. Ooh, Swamp Queen's Call. Transform your minions into random legendary minions. Repeatable this turn. Do I need that? You know what I do need is a little bit of an enemy board clear. Just a little. I suspect maybe I do take the candles. I mean, if Swamp Queen's Call gets to the left side of my hand, it's infinitely playable, and then I just play it until I end up with King Crush enough times to win the game. Let's do that. That sounds stupid, but for the same reason, it also sounds still stupid. Mana Addict. Ooh, Radiant Elemental. I mean, it just saves me a little bit. Radiant Elemental doesn't matter much. They are cheap minions at the very least. That's a good thing. Sonic Probe, Sonic Probe. I overfill my hand really, really easily because I just have expensive minions get to the left side of my hand and then I can't do anything else. So, yeah. I suspect Miracles is correct here, just to get the Mana Addict, drop it on turn 2, and then kill the enemy the turn after, possibly. But the thing is, like, I have enough things that scale really well with having spells cast on them, like Questing Event. Do I? Questing Adventure, Lightspawn, rather. Sorry. Test Subjects, Lyra, kind of, but only because of the survivability of Lyra. Yeah, I don't actually have that much. Alright, let's take Miracles. Time for the final boss, Geppetto Joivers.
Beware the toy man fair, tiny hands and pink of hair.
Kriziki!
The Toy Man Fair?
Geppetto Joybuzz!
The fair-skinned Toy Man? Ooh. You really gotta push to make that one work. Okay. I'm gonna keep those just because they're low-cost minions, so I can siphon them out.
I've heard you've been causing trouble for my
We're gonna win on turn. Oh my god.
What do you expect?
Is someone injured?
After a player draws a minion, they summon a 1/1.
Running a sale on these. I've been wanting to show this one off. The clearance section looking a bit dangerous.
Okay, so I can't use my hero power. It's fine.
Did that one fall off the shelf?
I play that. I can't play Wild Pyromancer, so I don't have board space. You are kidding me. I play that and it just, or rather do that and then the Coffin Crasher comes out. I am so mad about this. I need a minion to die so I can win.
Shopkeepers are a tight group.
I need to be able to play the Wild Pyromancer, so the leftmost card of my... Oh, repeatable this turn, though. That doesn't necessarily imply it will go back into the left side of my hand. Is that true? Repeatable this turn. Echo puts it in the right. But repeatable might not. I don't know where repeatable puts it.
Time to operate.
I go
Ah, it goes to the other side. That's fine. That's a king crush though. All right, so how many times can I roll? So it's 54 2, so it's 27, right? 27 different times I can roll. You know what? We're getting lethal. This turn, let's go. Oh, please. Hey, nice. Save myself that HP there. Please let me kill the enemy. Nope. Nope. Also no. Bolf takes the damage from this one though. Thank you, Bolf. I mean, that's not a bad board state, but I want to kill the enemy. Have I had Fugan die? No, I transformed Fugan. Hey, found one. I'm concerned if I stop doing this, I lose. Fine, continue. Got him. Thank you. Heal back up. Man, I would really hope more of these would have had charge. Enemy AI always plays really bad around Gozrilla, so I am considering to stop there, but I'm not going to. Oh. Great, now one of them's the darkness, so I actually just have one less space on board. Fine. We're done.
A new acquisition.
Cool. Well, now I know that they drew as Sneeds. Oh, God. At least they only got a garbage minion from it. If I had Priest of the Feast... Oh, no. Priest of the Feast would have been transformed, of course.
for the makers.
If I want to take control of the piloted Sky Golem, can't really do that right now.
I'm not here to just play around. Well, I kinda am.
Don't let none survive.
It's fine, I'll just take the 1-1.
Stormy, stormy.
I hate that you can get given the darkness, and if you transform into the darkness using something, you just get a minion on board that you can't do anything with. So that just blocks me from ever being able to use that space. That's really frustrating. That's really frustrating. Llama bot. Unfortunately, like, the enemy having good draw power from our ability is dicking us over real bad right now. It's working awfully for us.
For the makers.
Blessed be this funnel key.
Free up the space on the board. And then I'll take these minions back. Specifically because if I get a second Priest of the Feast out, then I can start chaining off on Lyra safely, even without immunity.
Safety restrictions online.
Foe Reaper needs to die, obviously.
Harvesting servos engaged.
You actually just run blank goblin bombs? Damn, you wild. You wild for this one. Omega Medic seems like it might be necessary. My minions are placed so that Foe Reaper can't do anything, which is nice at least. Inability to do anything about Foe Reaper though, well, I could do without that. It's about time we get rid of this Nexus champion. Well, I guess Headcrack, there's no reason not to play it, right? Don't want to overdraw. Fine. I need Foe Reaper to target someone that isn't the Priest of the Feast. I suspect that's me playing Illidan. That also lets me start going from the left-hand side of my hand. Oh no! What? Not the 4-1! I will never understand this enemy.
That belongs in a museum. Who shall be next?
Goes Foe Reaper. Same! Because I thought you were going to die on turn 2! Don't do that, I need my face! We're supposed to be doing broken stuff, not you! Yeah, we're dead. Should have traded my minion, Nexus, Hero Power myself, done that, but... And then I would have been looking for a directed kill, and specifically a directed kill that hopefully silences the target as well. So, you know, it was a long bow to draw there. That whole Swamp Queen turn was awful. We hit the enemy, what? For 8-4-4. We hit the enemy for 16 damage and lost almost all of our HP. And got actively bad results, like the darkness. That's really annoying. I should have quit it much earlier, but I was so certain that we were going to get good results. That we had to. Eventually. That is to say, charging results. Rather than just leaving myself with a board of big minions. If I'd quit earlier and just left myself with a board of big minions, maybe I would have just been able to overwhelm the enemy there. The fact that it was turn 5 was the reason that I didn't do that. If it was still like turn 3, I would have done that. But then I realized after I ended that turn that the enemy is just 2 mana ahead of me. So it was turn 3. It's just it didn't look like it with how much mana they had left up. Yeah, we're screwed. Can't cast it though.
Let's negotiate. You can see an acquisition.
So I can kill that one.
Grand tournament champion.
And that one. And that one. Alright. No damage pumps. Hang on, then. Alright. Alright, well, now it's time to focus. Because maybe, just maybe, we can claw back the loss that I caused us to definitely have myself.
A new acquisition.
Doesn't that freeze an enemy? Okay, so let's just freeze you. Let's start buffing the Priest of the Feast, definitely.
You had your chance.
That's my game.
I want the enemy to draw a minion, that minion to come onto the board. Good. Because the minions that are coming on the board now, because of that, are very small. Let's see what we get. Meteor! Ooh, Meteor! That's a lot of my own HP, though, as well.
You had your chance.
Time to operate.
Hey, that's my game.
Fine. You get to keep your Llama Bot up. Trades into your hand. Gets a Goblin Bomb. Shredder, and you actually played your Whelp. Fine. Okay, how do I heal? How do I heal? Well, obviously I heal my own base.
A new acquisition.
Pretty much all of the time here. Big Bad Voodoo. Summon a random minion that costs 1 more. On that, probably not. But it is another card that I can get out of my hand. The thing is, I want to summon a minion this turn if I can. Time to operate. Yeah. Let's just drop the Fire Lord. I'm worried that I have to kill the Whelp. Like, attack, and then the 7/7, just kill that. No, I'll deal with it. I don't want to deal with it next turn because I lose 2 more HP and there's already a Goblin Bomb on the field, right? And God forbid the Ragnaros hits the Whelp. Yeah, we have to. Pop the Big Bad Voodoo onto Nexus Champion Sarad, just in case it dies here, which I actually suspect it will. No, 7/2. The only reason I've lived this long? Yeah, probably kill that one. We need the Gnomish Army Knife. That's the only thing left in our deck that can heal us back up to a point that matters.
A new acquisition.
Can't damage myself like that. I think I sack my Nexus Champion Sarad here as well. No. Calls. If the enemies want to trade against Nexus, they trade against Nexus.
Behold the magnificent aerial command unit.
Thaddeus. Alright, so Mimiron's head. At the start of your turn, if you have at least 3 mechs, destroy them and form Voltron. Voltron will kill me. And I currently can't get past this Annoyabot. Actually, as long as I kill the Annoyatron, we're fine. Never mind. Now there's only 2 mechs. Wait, when do they draw? You draw at the start of your turn. That gives you a minion. That can't trigger Mimorons. But that missile launcher is gonna kill your own Mimorons. Ooh, and it clears my board a little bit for me as well. So now I can start summoning minions of my very own. Speaking of, I really need healing spells.
Darkness folds and rides.
All right. What do I play? Anything? I'm thinking self-heal, free-frame amber, look for a taunt.
This is a fight, not a bed and breakfast. Wake up!
I understand that, but I came to grips with the fact I was going to lose this earlier because I was bad, and now I might win. So I'm very, very, very intently focused on making sure that happens. Free from amber can be defensive. It's not like I have another taunt in my hand is the big problem here. You know what? It's not like I have another taunt in the hand, but it's also not like my opponent has anything on the field that I care about. Worst case scenario, their missile launcher drops on the missile launcher, and the enemy has 2 missile launchers on board. If the board is filled, the enemy can't magnetize, so it's obviously good for us. I'm worried that if that isn't silenced, we're dead. Lyra attacks there. I heal myself. Enemy has 8 damage next turn against my 11. But they also do have a missile launcher in hand, so they will just play the missile launcher as a magnetic minion and then attack my face and kill me. They have to have it because they have a 1/1 on missile launcher, so that means they drew it. I think we have to play spells. Good. 5 health to me and then 5 health to my hero is incredible. Shadow Visions might find Gnomish. There we go. That's our win. Binding heal, thank you. Regenerate on myself as well. Yep, okay. We pulled it back from the brink. Kill the minion. Thank you. No mech? It's not a mech. Cool. Okay, so because the minion's not a mech, they can't strap another minion to it. Alright. We're healing back up. We've got this. I might have to sack my radiant elemental though. Just for board space. I have nothing I can sack them against. And I definitely don't want a psychic screen. So what do I do then? I suspect the answer is I still do the same thing. Try and sack that minion. Having now sacked that minion, let's free from Ember. Extra arms is pretty good there. Ooh, Obsidian Statue is more HP as well. Okay. I do really want to keep Lyra around. But Lyra has to be healed so much right now to stay. The enemy is almost decked out, by the way, so we don't need to do that much more. Don't need to thought still here. All right. Damn it. Didn't want you to hit that target. That's a whole lot of Voltron you're trying to do there, my friend. Oh, there goes my test subject, though. All right. Yeah, I have to kill Mimeron. Or do I? You can't draw any more minions, so it becomes Voltron, and then what does Voltron do? Nothing? I suspect nothing is the answer to this. But I don't need to risk it. Yep. Lock the enemy out of being able to play effectively. If they're naturally playing Llama bots, there's not that much of that hit. Really? At the start of your turn, swap this minion with a random one in your hand. By the way, I'm pretty sure, yeah, it tries to draw the enemy 3 cards there. It doesn't try and draw them up to, well, it tries to draw them up to 5, but it doesn't go, oh, I didn't draw a card. I guess I'll keep drawing and just draw them entirely into fatigue. That would be a little bit annoying if it were the case. But at the start of the enemy's turn, that Llama bot's just going back in hand and... Well, that is if it can go back in hand. It's entirely possible there's no more minions in there. Although I thought the enemy only had minions in their deck. Bye, Geppetto! Ah, I need to just have faith in myself, clearly. Clearly I knew what I was doing and I didn't throw. I just wanted to make the run more tense. No, actually, the case is I almost threw it. I'm sorry about it. But hey, at least it worked.
We will reopen them with merchants.
Alright, we unlocked a hell of a lot of stuff right there. Including 3 packs for myself. But most importantly, what we've unlocked is the ability to do that wing in heroic mode. So, for the moment, my name has been Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Hearthstone, specifically the Dalaran Heist, the third chapter, the Streets of Dalaran. Hopefully you've been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you next time for heroic mode.